we have the expertise to develop the medicine Kenyan people need, and even enough for the region and the world.
Like any other medication can go wrong. If it's done by a qualified practitioner, it's safe.
There was a tendency to ignore traditional medicine, associate it with witchcraft and sorcery and pseudoscience.
Our experience as people who do research in this area show us that traditional medicine works, especially if you get the right traditional medicine at the right dose. It works.
Healing is a process. It's not a day's event. If you have asthma, and you probably have had it for 5 years, it takes you 3, 4, or even 4 months to recover. I got involved in African traditional medicine because my paternal grandmother was a traditional healer. She was practicing it all her life. She treated the entire family up to 1960 when she died. Prior to that, none of us ever went to hospital for anything.
I started using traditional medicine back in about 1986 when I was just a young boy. And normally when you used to have stomach aches, there's a plant called sodo maple. We used to uproot, and we used to eat that root.
It's a cheaper resource because it's material we can grow, like we grow tea and coffee. It's material we can propagate easily.
The problem with herbal medicine is that the pharmacist, so to speak, the one who prepares it and the one who uses it for treatment, the doctor, is the same person. So it means that this person needs two regulations from two sides. He needs regulation from the Pharmacy and Poisons Board, who are the custodians of all anything drug, anything which is going to be taken by a person. The Pharmacy and Poisons Board need to regulate it, and they are doing it. Then on the other side, when it comes to the practice, of course now we have the doctors, the board, the medical and dentist board, that board which regulates. But these people don't belong to either. So they are preparing and giving out, treating, and they are regulating themselves. When you get this product from the herbal practitioner, usually you realize that their common dose is a measure of a glass. So they tell you take 1 glass 2 times, or take 1 glass in the morning, 1 glass in the evening, or after lunch, or something like that. So this one measure of a glass, if you look at it in terms of volume, it comes to about 70 mLs. And from that 70 mLs, you can be able to quantify the product. The earlier days when we had the colonialists with us, they were pushing their agenda more than our own agenda. And therefore, they were trying to show that what we were using as medication to maintain our health, which was actually traditional medicine, was of inferior quality than what now would refer to as conventional medicine or their medicine. This is pharmaceutically prepared product of a known concentration of a particular strength, which you can now dispense out. So with that notion, the feeling was that this thing is traditional, it's not as powerful, it's not as good as the other one, and therefore perhaps it doesn't work, and Therefore, it's not good. But our experience as people who do research in this area show us that traditional medicine works, especially if you get the right traditional medicine at the right dose. It works. We don't have a direct mechanism of monitoring the practice. There is a bill which I think is being discussed to see how best this can be done. One thing with the herbal practitioner is that they are very sensitive in terms of the information they give out. They are very careful, and with good reason, because sometimes, as scientists, some of us are not very sincere. You get some information from herbalist, very, very potent information, and then now you sit back and you develop it as your own.
When you come, I interrogate you, I establish how serious your condition is, I give you the medicine, you revisit. You come and visit every 2 weeks, every 1 month, until you recover. So that when you come, you tell me how you have fared. Did you are coughing? Did your congestion clear? If it didn't clear, I can change the formulation.
I was suffering from a situation of masculine headache, neck pain. I was recommended to try hijama, the cupping therapy.
Basically, cupping is the process by which blood is drawn from the skin for therapeutic purposes. So it's a process where cups are put on the skin, and pressure is put on the valve, and then it pulls the skin, and then all the toxins are brought on the skin. Cupping cures various diseases. They usually say when you put one of the cups, it can cure up to 72 diseases in one cup, just one cup.
It has to do with issues of financial situation that I'm in. This is much more affordable to me than undergoing some form of physiotherapy and other form of treatments.
People associate traditional medicine and maybe the other side where we have night runners and soothsayers and those you can go to claim they can kill your enemy through 1, 2, 3, maybe dance with a black goat and a black sheep, that kind of world. And up to now it is intricately mixed with it.
The information on how that medicine is prepared sometimes is sacred to them. The way, especially the ones who inherit the information of certain medicinal plant products, how it is prepared, what a plant is and how it's prepared, it is inherited even sometimes through oath. And therefore, for them to open up and let you have that oath, you really need to convince and show that you really have that openness and you had to do it.
Unfortunately, the custodian of indigenous knowledge are dying out. The structures that promoted it and perpetuated it have been broken down. So with the retirement of people like us, I believe we will lose so much that it may be very difficult to rejuvenate it. Medicine is anything that alleviates suffering in a sickness or cures an ailment, regardless of its origin. It can be solid, it can be liquid, it can be whatever. So herbal medicine is medicine, Nigeria. It is unfortunate that the Minister of Health does not take it as a because it should be a part and a parcel of mainstream medical delivery system. Recognize what we do and what our people have done as scientific.